Hello everyone, my name is Walter Richards from DaGameTrain and welcome to Lament of Gaming. Here we'll take and dissect a game at the best of our ability to see exactly what makes it shitty. With that said, let's begin. If you ever felt that Bad Rats was too tame of a punishment for yourself or your friends, you need not look any further than today's game, Guardian of December. This game is just perfect if you want to know if it's possible to shoot up your hard drive from the inside, because this might as well be digital trash that nobody wants to recycle due to how foul and slimy it is. But why do I feel this way about it? Well, let me tell you all about it, mate. Guardian of December. Released for the PCs via Steam Store in 2016, 1st of December. Ah, how clever. And made by the sole developer Vidas Šalavėjus, Lithuanian. Is classified as an indie horror game with RPG and strategy elements, at least according to the Steam tags. Well, I can't say that I've noticed anything in realms of strategy in this game, so let's just stick with the previous denomination of indie horror RPG. Who is this developer guy anyway? Well, you'd be excused in a heartbeat if you ask that question, for Vidas Šalavėjus is a small fish in an otherwise gargantuan pond of gaming. It's very unlikely that you've ever heard of him. While you can find some amount of information about the person both on his personal website and on his profile page on itch.io, an indie game marketplace, there really isn't much to learn about this person. I wouldn't recommend the itch.io page, however, since there's just about as much written on it as you could fit on a single sheet of toilet paper. The page is about as bare bones as one could possibly make, lacking in any meaningful detail or information, save for a list of games that the guy has developed. The personal website, on the other hand, well, it's not that much better, but it's something. What's with this giant survey here anyway? Shouldn't the front page be used to present yourself and your games instead of asking a bunch of shit? Oh well, who cares? Among all things found here, you can also find a development diary of his latest creation called A Dream for Aaron. First person shooter with huge replay value, huh? I wouldn't be so sure about it, mate. Especially when the game isn't even finished. Don't get your hopes up. Anyway, Guardian of December appears to be one of the 5 games that the guy has developed. Let's focus on this game for now, but from the looks of it, the shittiness didn't come entirely out of nowhere. Now, if you've seen my playthroughs before of other games, you'll definitely know that indie games aren't exactly my thing, so what the hell? How did I get a hold of this game, and why? Well, simple really. I came across this game by a complete accident, to be honest. It came into my attention after the developer has decided to request any and all channels interested into taking a look at his game and making some videos for it on a subreddit dedicated to Let's Plays. I naturally, out of curiosity, decided to answer the call and picked up the review copy of the game, given that I had nothing better to do at the time besides shitposting on the said subreddit and maybe kicking my ass. Fast forward to approximately 9 months later, and here we are today, making this very review. But why the long wait, you may ask? Well, Take a wild fucking guess. Let's just get on with it and jump right into the shit. The first thing you'll ever see when it comes to this game is the store page, so we might as well start there. No reason not to do so, considering that the stench of shit has spread pretty much everywhere where it can. Well, what fucking luck, right? It really does stink around here. Look at these screenshots. What the fuck am I even looking at? Are these legitimate graphics? Or did someone forget to replace the programmer graphics with the better ones before launch? Why does everything look so damn bland? What the hell? The video here on the store page is not much better, though if you have a taste for shitty trailers, this might be right up your alley, or, well, right up your ass depending on how you look at it. It's rather comedic to watch it when you consider that this is meant to be taken seriously. I know, it sounds pretty dick-headed of me to say that. What the fuck do you want me to say? That this trailer looks good? Don't be ridiculous. It has a fucking toaster man in it. That's pretty much the only thing I care to remember from it. The choice of music is also rather deceptive, as you sure as shit won't be hearing anything in the game that sounds like the stuff in the trailer. But let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We still got a lot to see. And if there is something good I can point out about the trailer, is that it contains 100% gameplay footage. But it really doesn't help in this case at all. And it's pretty much all you need to see if you're actually wondering if the game is worth playing or not. It's like a demo that plays when you leave a game running for a while without pressing anything. Only in this case, it's a demo that you really don't want to see. It spells bad luck. Overall, the store page is probably not the most offending or garbage thing I've ever seen so far, but it does a good enough job of deterring potential purchases, even if the game goes at around $5, which admittedly is not a bad price at all for a game like this. There definitely have been worse things out there asking for bigger price tags, about No Man's Sky for example. The best word I can come up with that could describe the story of Guardian of December is garbage. Sounds harsh? Maybe. But just listen to this shit. I'll read the story for you, because the game takes about 5 years to do it, and I can't be fucked to wait that long. I got better things to do. A long time ago, people lived peacefully. They lived and died. They improved, explored, and discovered, but they wanted more. They became greedy. They wanted to be kings and rule the world. Unnecessary fights, murders, wars. The gods decided to stop this. At the end of every year during December, they opened gates to hell, so demons could freely punish, torture, and kill. Okay, let's slow down for a moment. It's not the entire story yet, but I got a few questions. First of all, I must ask, the fuck is wrong with these gods? Seriously, you purposefully send demons to fuck some people up just because they're waging a war or want to start up a kingdom? The fuck's wrong with you? Oh yeah, that's gonna show them what's what. Let's stop violence with even more violence. It has worked great before. And since the gods appear to be, well, like the typical gods that we all know, omnipotent beings and all that, they ought to know that this is a stupid fucking idea. But apparently not. They don't seem to care, or even realize that. Second of all, if the gods can just open up hell at will, and that probably means they could just remake humans into the type of humans that doesn't feel like fighting over stupid shit, since opening and closing gates has to be a pretty trivial task. Or better yet, make a world where humans don't need to fight over shit in the first place. Wouldn't it be better if the demons of hell just simply got out of hell by themselves to do all this shit instead of having gods that are supposed to be loving and caring just do this shit, just open up gates of hell trying to get everyone killed for the hell of it? In fact, why the fuck are they bothering to get people killed? Who the hell's gonna worship these omni-morons when everyone's dead and sitting in hell playing Texas Hold'em while smoking a fat blunt? They probably didn't think this one through. Third of all, why specifically in December? Were all other months busy? Were they all booked and prepared for other stupid shitty events? Lastly, who the fuck are these dumbass shit for brains gods anyway? They just come out of fucking nowhere to be a plot point, and that's it. They just disappear after that. I don't think the game ever mentions these bastards at all. So, what's the point? They hold no value in the game's story besides being a bunch of sky-dwelling ding-dongs. But let's not get too heated yet, cause we're not done with the story after all. So maybe, just maybe, we're missing something here that will explain everything. So let's keep going. The world began to become part of hell. People stopped fighting each other. They united, but that was not enough to defend themselves. One demon was different, much stronger than everyone else, who once was a man, an assassin, who killed others to live, which in turn landed him in hell. Okay, well, good. I mean, that's what the fucker deserves. Why should we care about this son of a bitch? He was killing people for a living, and he's in hell. He is exactly where he needs to be, just like every other fucking demon out there. Why is this one so special? What makes him different? Plus, all the people stopped being assholes to one another, so mission accomplished. Close the hell gates already, damn bastards. But after some time in hell, he had grown weary and regretted his past life and wanted to help the humans. He became a guardian, and at the end of each year he fought off the demons. The people called him Guardian of December. Nice. A title drop before the game even got installed. The story is written right on the store page, by the way, in case you're not interested in seeing that 5-year-long introductory cutscene. I also love that the demon decided to just stop being a demon, or an asshole, whichever way you prefer to call him, and start helping humans. Much like the gods of this world, demons are also fucking worthless and incapable of doing their fucking jobs. Why the hell did he become a guardian anyway? Why the hell just let him walk out of hell willy-nilly and do whatever the fuck he wants? Makes no damn sense. The devil noticed that his armies were being slain, so he offered a deal. No demon will ever come to Earth again, but the Guardian of December must return to hell. The people were saved and the Guardian's soul was trapped in hell once again. Good, that's where he fucking belongs. Fucking demons. But anyway. After a year, when the gates of hell were opened again, the people were hoping that no demons would come out again. But the devil broke his deal and demons started crawling out. Really? Oh, what's that you say? The devil broke his deal? Oh, man, that is really awful. Do you think it could have anything to do with the fact that he's the fucking devil? The embodiment of evil? Why the fuck would he care about a stupid deal? Ugh, the fuck? No wonder the morons were getting culled by the gods. They were dumb enough to make a deal with the devil and expect the deal to be upheld. And for what? What exactly do they give in return for this deal to be upheld? The Guardian of December? Oh, that's real fucking nice. It's like if I said, Okay, I will stop sicking my dog on you, but you gotta give my dog back. What's stopping me from sicking the damn dog on your ass again? Either way, at this point it is pretty clear that you'll be playing as the titular Guardian of December and not the evolutionary waste products that you'll be attempting to rescue. So, at least we got that much. You know, I find it really impressive now that I think about it, that games like Chrono Trigger or Shining Force can pull off such incredibly immersive stories with a lot less effort. But games like this, like Guardian December, can't. Like, what the fuck? How do those guys pull it off, but not this? There's so many examples of things done right, and nobody ever thinks to look at them. What the hell's wrong with you people? Whatever. I mean, we can always disregard the garbage storyline if the game is good. Right? So, is it good? When it comes to graphics, I think the main menu is more than enough to tell you what to expect. But hey, this is a review, so I won't be satisfied with just the main menu. Let's see what everything else has to offer. Let's see this fucker's glory in its entirety. To begin with, everything in this game has this weird rough texture, no matter what the object is made of. Be it metal, flesh, shit, whatever the fucking material is, it's always the same texture on it, and it looks weird. But then there are objects in the game that have a smoother texture. It just makes me wonder, why didn't the developer do the same for things that should be smooth? Like metal or skin. Look at your character, for example. Why does he look like beef jerky? Oh yeah, since you're here, I should probably mention that you can also change your skin color before you start the game. A feature which is more perplexing than anything. But it's really a nitpick to even bring this up. Personally, I think you shouldn't be allowed to make your character look like he ate too much uranium-235. But whatever, I mean, if you feel like it. The real problem here, like I already mentioned, is the texture. Try painting every object in the scene the same color, and you'll find it damn difficult to tell them all apart. They all look the same. Here, have a look. It all looks the same. Lighting and particle effects are mostly disappointing too. Hell, this isn't even the beginning of the game. This is still the first fucking cutscene. Look at this. What the hell is this giant white block? Is this supposed to be light? Well, if it is, I don't see it. It looks like a sheet of translucent plastic or something. What if the borders and everything? Look at this shit. Surely you know how light works, right? Also, is it too much to ask for the text to be made readable? Yeah, what a great idea. Let's put the dark colored text where it's darker, but let's not forget the damn outlines on text. As for the particle effects, someone was really excited about them, to the point where they are overused to death. Hell, you wanna know how bad it gets? At one point, the game dropped down to single-digit frame rates, 6 frames per second. Imagine any of the popular games doing that today, like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, for example. People would fucking riot. This wouldn't be allowed. Not to mention, these particle effects look so basic and lame and meh. It looks more like somebody's going nuts with a spray can of paint than you actually like spraying fire, for example, or some other shit, like the skeleton over here puking all over me. That's real classy. The weapon looks pretty basic and uninspired, and the enemies are just shit and silly. The levels though? Total fucking garbage. Look at this first level, for example. Where the fuck is the goddamn floor? Who the hell's watching TV in here? What's with all these shitty yellow blobs? Seriously, where the fuck is the floor? Where is it? Why is there so much empty space in here? Why are there dildos growing out of the floor? What the hell's going on? The inventory screen is also ass. But what did you expect, really? Would be quite insulting actually if the inventory screen looked amazing. The enemy design is really boring, I gotta say. Like, look at this. Skeletons? Fucking really, skeletons. Come on. Not only is it the most basic enemy you could come up with, so basic that the NES beat you to it by a long shot, but the majority of the enemies in this game are just rearrangements of skeletons. Wow, what a bunch of diversity we got here, man. Like, look at this skeleton here, 2 heads and an eyeball. God damn, that's some variety right here. Hey, how about this skeleton with a cloak? Shit. Or how about this skeleton with chicken legs and a hammer? Man. Impressive. Hey, holy shit. Is that a skeleton that's recolored? Fuck, man, the innovation levels are through the fucking roof. Damn. Get this guy a golden medal of you fucking tried. There are also some weird things happening in this game in terms of graphics. Sometimes you end up clipping through the floor or floating above it. It's most noticeable during the shitty fights actually. There's also at least one instance where moving objects clip through other objects. What the hell's going on here? Why are these hellish hands grooming this poor walkway? Stop that, that's fucking creepy. And not in a horror kind of a way. But I know what you wanna see. You wanna see the best that this game has to offer when it comes to graphical ineptitude. Well, I got you covered, mates. Here we go. Seriously, what in the fuck am I looking at? Why does he look like he's about to shoot out a Pop-Tart or two from his chest? Seriously, this is the best Unity can offer in the year 2016? Give me a fucking break. Alright, let's bleach out our eyeballs. Look at these games for example. How old are these games? You wanna know? Okay, I'll tell you. Here we go. Ground Control 2 is from 2004. That's 13 years old. Looks great. Gothic 3 is from 2006. 11 years old. Fantastic graphics for its time. And here's a more recent example, Dark Souls 2. Surprisingly, it's only 3 years old. It's made in 2014. But it still looks pretty nice. And then there's Guardian of December. It's just barely a year old. And it can only muster up this half-assed, two-colored waste of effort? Fuck this. Alright, this should take a little less time. Let's talk about the music and sound effects now. It's gonna be great. You might be wondering why I've been using music from other games all this time rather than the music from Guardian of December. Well, if you really wanna know, just have a listen. doesn't that sound great? Granted, it doesn't sound like a total cacophony of madness, but it really makes me wonder, is this music put together by an actual person, or was it the program that generated this track automatically? Or these tracks, I should say. Because it sounds so generic. I'm pretty sure that I've heard it somewhere else before, or something similar to it. It could probably fit in just about any situation, not necessarily a horror game. Not only that, but it's just nowhere close to the realms of memorable or catchy or just good. Like, what the hell? There was no effort put into this music, but that was just the music from the intro and the main menu. What about the music in-game? Yeah, thought so. Surprisingly enough, the next level, the swamp, has music. But for a horror game, it sounds pretty shit. Why the hell is this music playing here in particular? Battles have their own themes playing in the background as well, but, well, you heard them. They sound just like a bucket of bleh. There's no defining theme or atmosphere or anything about them. It's just another load of meh. It's the same deal as with other music in this game. It also appears that different battles have the same theme, but it's just playing at a different tempo, like at a different speed, probably to cut down on the cost for making new battle themes. Well, if you really wanted to do that, maybe you should have considered this very interesting option of making a better fucking theme. Well, what about the sound effects? Well, for sound effects, I can use either one of these two word combinations. Shit effects or generic crap. Which one do you prefer to use is entirely up to you, but besides that, there's not much else to say. Oh boy, now it gets real. Now we get to talk about the best, or the worst, depending on how you look at it, part of the game. The gameplay. How bad is it? Well, if you try to guess with anything that's in the realm of fucking shit, you got it right. Before we get to all of the juicy bits, I gotta show you what kind of settings we can change in the game. I mean, that's kind of important, right? Maybe there's something we haven't turned on to make the game a little bit better. Let's have a quick look. Let's go over to the what the fuck? Where the fuck are the goddamn settings? Oh, right. My mistake, ladies and gentlemen. I forgot. You see, because this is a shitty fucking Unity game, it doesn't have any settings besides a shitty little launcher window that lets you change exactly 3 things: resolution, quality, and controls. Nice. Real fucking nice. Why even bother, goddammit? No music or sound sliders in the game at all? No difficulty switches? Nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I hate these kind of fucking games. Do you know how much of a pain in the ass it is to have to constantly alt-tab out of games just to lower the fucking volume? Ugh, you can't even do that with some games because they start freaking the fuck out or they just don't want to alt-tab at all. Fuck you. Fuck you for not adding these simple settings, asshole. God damn it. Anyway, now that we got past that little catastrophe, let's start with the controls. It is the most important part of any game after all. The controls aren't the worst thing I've ever seen. I mean, after witnessing the likes of Fantasia and Pac-Man 2 for Sega Genesis, it is pretty difficult to get any shittier than that. But the controls here are not all that great either. To start with, your keyboard is practically useless. You'll only ever be pushing 4 buttons on the keyboard while playing this. W, A and D to move around, and Escape to leave the game. That's it. The rest of the game is played with a mouse. No, okay, well, I mean, a lot of other games do similar things. But I could have sworn this is gonna be a game that involves fighting. Shouldn't I need some buttons to push to attack and defend myself? Shouldn't I need some hotkeys to use certain abilities? Don't I need something more than just the mouse? That is a good question, and don't worry, the game's got you covered there, because instead of opting in for a combat system that's fun, intuitive and action-packed, kinda like Mount and Blade for example, it is a slow and annoying turn-based bullshit system. I can't entirely fault turn-based combat or turn-based games in general to be bad. I mean, I don't really like it, but there are certain games that make it good. For example, Final Fantasy and Shining Force, once again. They might be some of the best examples of turn-based combat, turn-based RPG, strategy, thingamajiggers, whatever you want to call them, that work well. Here in this game, on the other hand, no. I feel it would be better if there were some action. Oh, by the way, remember the inventory of the game? I already mentioned how much it sucks in terms of looks. What was wrong with mapping a button to open it up? What, hotkeys are out of fashion all of a sudden? What's wrong with having I or E as a button to open up the inventory? Why don't we have a hotkey for this? Seriously, you're using so little of a keyboard that you have no excuse to not have any hotkeys for anything in this game. So why didn't you add any? I don't know, maybe the developer was dreaming he's gonna hit it big with this pile of crock of shit. But that's just a guess really, it's an unfounded guess. Considering that you also have actual skills in the game and some other things, hotkeys would have been useful, but there's no such thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if you're gonna hit escape, make sure to not hit it twice unless you intend to leave the game, because otherwise you'll get thrown out of the game and back into the main menu without a warning. Oh wait, there is a warning. But look how fucking tiny it is! Good luck seeing it the first few times. Why can't this damn warning be any larger? Or hey, how about a better idea? How about putting it in the middle of the fucking screen? Not at the bottom. Who the fuck's gonna look down there? Especially when it's so tiny. This kind of stuff is elementary. How do you people fuck this up? Well anyway, I got slightly sidetracked, my apologies. The combat controls are fucking shit. Hey, do you remember Adventure Quest by the way? Well, this may seem very similar actually, only much worse. See, what Adventure Quest had was that the screen wasn't fucking huge, and the menu buttons were nice and big. Now, how did Guardian of December achieve this level of ineptitude is beyond me. But this really wouldn't be an issue if the text and buttons weren't so fucking tiny. The text and buttons are tiny as shit, and like I mentioned before, I got glasses. My eyesight isn't all that great. Imagine playing this shit on a 4K monitor. You'd be fucking boned trying to find the damn buttons here, let alone reading the text, like the descriptions for these buttons. And why the hell are the health bars, mana bars, and XP bars are so tiny? What's the fucking problem? Why is everything so tiny? Are you trying to save space on the disk or something? You're not in the fucking 90s anymore. You don't have to count every single kilobyte. Make that shit bigger. I can't see. Not only do these enemies have lame attack animations, Skeleton's probably having the worst of them all. Just look at this fucking thing. They also require no brain power from you to kill them. You could probably do it in your sleep. And I'm not even joking here. You could probably do this in your sleep. See all that shit down here? These are supposed to be your skills. You unlock them when you level up. But you can hardly call them skills because first of all, they require you to use your normal attack for some reason, just to activate them. It's weird. No other game ever does that, so what the fuck is this shit? With some other skills, you have to use an attack that is a skill I should say, that is a tier lower than the skill you're trying to use. And when you end up using them, they hit for the same amount of damage as a regular attack. Only you end up using some of your mana. What's the point? The game has no stats. Well, besides health and mana, of course. And the only way to get stronger is to equip a stronger sword, which is only unlocked by leveling up. But there is nothing else that governs how hard you hit. There are no intelligence stats or strength stats or any of that stuff. And this is a really big problem here, because this game is supposed to have RPG elements, right? Well, where the hell are they? The enemies level up with you. They scale along with you. So despite your level increasing all the time, you never get any stronger than what you were back in level fucking 1. Really, what is the point of even having these battles? This is a waste of a battle system. This is a waste of an RPG system. It doesn't need to be here. What makes RPGs fun is that you can become stronger, and eventually you can just roll through all the enemies that gave you shit before. You actually progress, you make progress. Here you make nothing. You are always on square one no matter what you do. I hate to say this, but I think this game would have been better off if it was a walking simulator. Because at least you wouldn't be constantly interrupted by pointless, boring fights that you can't lose unless you're really, really shit at everything and decide to, I don't know, use your healing prayer when you got hit like once or twice and you have no reason to do so. Oh yeah, by the way, about that healing prayer thing, notice how it has only 4 charges when you start out. Well, yeah, it only has 4 charges per level. And it only recharges when you visit the town. The only town, by the way. Other than that, there really isn't much of anything going on in this game. Take a look at this gameplay footage I got here. What am I doing? I'm walking. That's all you do. You just walk and walk. Then a fight happens, with a really poorly made jump scare. Then you walk some more. You get into a few more fights. Walk some more, and then eventually the level ends with a boss fight. Well, that's what they call it, but really, it's just like any other fight. It just looks slightly different, and it has a little bit more HP. Just a tiny bit. There's no gameplay here. There's no challenge in this game either. Neither is there anything to be scared of, actually, now that I think about it. Do you remember that this game is an indie horror game? Yeah, horror. But what exactly counts as horror here? All of these crappy looking props? These eyeballs just turning around looking at you? Oh man, that's real scary. The jump scares? You know, I usually don't bother with horror games because instead of being scary, they just piss me off by making no fucking sense or just not being scary. Kinda like in Amnesia when there's all the spaghetti growing all over the walls for no reason. Or how about then you can't kill the fucking monster with crates and barrels? That's fucking bullshit. I hate that shit. but Guardian of December is really just barely dragging its ass along when it comes to horror. All it has that it could consider scary is jump scares, but even those are ridiculously predictable and not scary at all. Some of the jump scares don't even make any sense to me. Like, look at this skeleton, why the fuck is he being a retard and wiggling his eyeball at me? What, that's supposed to be scary? I can do that too. What about this one with the lizard? I mean, look at this. It's just the lizard coming up to me and saying, "Hey, what up, mate?" And we're fighting all of a sudden. Speaking of the lizard, actually, his attack is probably the dumbest shit I've ever seen. What's he doing? Look at this. What exactly is he trying to do? Is he trying to tell me a secret? Is he trying to grab my dick? What the fuck's wrong with him? Weapons in the game are worthless trash. Well, what else is new? There's a lot of them to choose from, granted, but they always do just around 3 to 5 more damage than the previous lower tiered weapon. That's supposed to be an upgrade? Why hell it is. It's just a different looking starting paper sword. Although occasionally you do get a hammer or a mace, which bothers me really, cause these should be more powerful than swords. I mean, look at this shit. It's not even doing anything worth a damn. This is so unsatisfying to look at. It seems like sometimes you also go into a first person perspective for some reason, but it doesn't do anything different. It's just a different camera angle. That's it. The game is still the same. And because of that, the battles from this viewpoint look so shitty. They look shittier than before. Not to mention some of the sounds that the enemies make. Like, look at this guy. What the hell is he? What kind of sound is that? Come on. Shut up if you sound like a squashed toad. Don't make any sound at all, you pseudo-demonic millennial waste of hellscape. Clean that stupid paint off of yourself too while you're at it. What the fuck's wrong with you? Oh yeah, by the way, noticed anything different? I got wings and a helmet. Well, you wanna know what they do? I wish I could tell you, but there's just one tiny little problem. They don't do donkey dick, so I can't tell you anything about them. Oh, this is the best part. Look at the boss of this swamp. What the fuck's wrong with him? Is he glitching out? What's this triangular thing that's sticking out of him? It seems like it's missing textures. Well, believe it or not, that isn't actually a glitch. That is a piece of some retarded MacGuffin or whatever that you need to put together to find and kill the devil. Why? What's the point? I'm not gonna bother to do that. Alright, I think this review's gone on long enough, so let's wrap it up. All I can say at this point is, this game is a fuckload of shit. What the fuck was the developer thinking when he was making this wretched filth? There's zero effort, zero fun, zero reasons to replay this shit. There's just nothing good here. There's no reason to buy this, and I will never recommend buying this. Don't even think about it. If I had to rate this, and believe me, this time I do, I would rate this game 10 out of 10 on my shit scale. Yeah, I got a shit scale. Take a look. 0 is not shitty, and 10 is shit incarnate. With a game that looks like ass, sounds like disappointment, and plays like pure boredom and lack of effort, how could I rank it any lower than a 10 out of 10 on my shit scale, really? Now, this isn't the worst thing I've ever seen of all games that I've ever played, but as far as I'm concerned, it is the worst thing for PCs so far. If you need to burn $5 real quick for no fucking reason, this is the perfect solution for you. About as good as shoving the $5 bill up your asshole actually, but you don't get any paper cuts. Finally, we have reached the end of the review. If you made it this far, thank you very much. I hope you found this review helpful, and if there's something that you're not entirely sure about, you can ask me in the comments below. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. With that said, I'm Halder Richards from DaGameTrain. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. See ya!